How's it going, YouTube? This is Skul, and welcome to another retro game treasure unboxing here on my channel. And before I start, I didn't have one last month. I did record it, but as I was transferring it over to my computer, my cat entered the room and tugged on the USB cord between my camera and the computer, and I lost all the footage. Sorry. Don't worry, he's not allowed in here anymore. He wasn't allowed in here to begin with, but I left the door open, and cats being cats, he knew he wasn't allowed in here, so he came in here. That being said, I have this here for you guys today. So you can see I have not opened it yet. So if you're new to these kinds of videos, then here's how this goes down. This video is sponsored by Retro Game Treasure. They did send me this for free for the purposes of reviewing their service. And honestly, like, they've been doing this for, man, several months now, since late last year. So 6 months, I guess. And I cannot recommend this service enough if you collect retro video games like I do. So what you do with the service is you sign up. You can do it for a month, 3 months, 6 months. The more months you sign up for, the bigger discount you get. And there is a code in the description of this video that you can put in to get a nice discount on top of that. So what you do is you upload your inventory to their website. So if you have a list of, say, Super Nintendo games that you already have in your collection, but you want to get Super Nintendo games from them, but you don't want duplicates, you just upload the list of games that you have to their website, and they will do their very hardest to make sure that you do not get any duplicates. They did send me one duplicate once, as I showed off. They saw that video, they apologized, they said it was a bug in their system, it was affecting me and a few other people, they completely got rid of it, so now I'm pretty sure every single game in here is one that I don't have yet. And the great thing about this service is that you can pick and choose which systems you want to receive games for. So I have chosen the NES, the Super NES, and the Nintendo 64, but there's all sorts of other systems that you can ask for. You can ask for the Atari 2600, you can ask for a Sega Genesis, there's just a whole list. If you're at all interested, head over there, you can get more information about what kinds of systems they offer. And just realized yesterday that you can actually request accessories as well. So like the NES Zapper, like the light gun, or the Super Game Boy for the Super Nintendo, stuff like that. If you're interested in that kind of thing, then you can check that off the list like, yes, I am interested in video game accessories. So, that being said, I know that all that is in here is video games. Usually what they do is they send me 4 games. Like I said, I've requested NES, Super NES, and N64. But it's a blind bag. I don't know what I'm going to get. Only that it's something I don't have yet. So, let us open it up and see what I got. I'm going to try really hard not to look down at it. They put nice padding in there. So, let's see what we got. Top game is a NES game. Tetris! You know, classic Tetris. There is marker on the back. That's okay, that should come off with a magic eraser, and even if it doesn't, that's okay. Classic Tetris, everyone knows this game, everyone loves this game. I don't have this game yet. What else can you say? This was one of the best games of that era. I thought that Tetris was like one of the first puzzle games ever. No, turns out, it was like a late 80s invention, and then they packed it with the Game Boy, and that helped the Game Boy really sell well. So, Tetris for the NES. Next up feels like another NES game. Fester's Quest. Okay, I don't know much about this game. It's based off of the Munsters, but Angry Video Game Nerd made a video on this about why it's not that good. But you know what? It's you know, it's well known for that, so that means it's maybe a little more valuable. And I need to clarify, you don't ever really get a deal by getting these games. Most of the time you break even as if you were to buy the games yourself off of eBay or go to your retro game store and get them. But it's a blind bag, and I love blind bags, and I love not knowing what I'm going to get. So anyway, Fester's Quest, Tetris. Next up is, feels like an N64 game. RR64 Ridge Racer 64. Awesome. I have 105 N64 games, which is over a third of the library now. It's like 35%. So, hopefully this isn't a duplicate. It kind of looks like one, but maybe I'm just, you know... The N64, a third of the library is is sports games, but that includes tons of racing games. This case feels a little loose, but I could always just, tighten that up. I have the bit for that, so... So there we go. And then lastly, it's a Super Nintendo game, Aladdin. Wow. Aladdin on the Genesis is one of the best games on that system. I think it was the second best-selling game of all time on that system. They made Aladdin for the Super NES as well. It's not as well known, but it is there. Like, man, Retro Game Treasure always sends me some of the best games. They sent me The Lion King, they've sent me Super Star Wars, Super Return of the Jedi, they sent me Star Fox Boxed a few months ago, so it's really nice to see such a great assortment of games here for me to add to my collection, and that's the 4 games we got. My favorite might be Aladdin, but Tetris is also high up there. I love Tetris. I've always loved Tetris. It's such a fun puzzle game. Like, if you haven't played it by now, then I don't know how you haven't, but there you go. But yeah, so that was my Retro Game Treasure box for the month of May 2018. Thanks so much to them for sponsoring this video. And again, if you're at all interested in getting one of these for yourself, head over there. A link to their website is in the description, as well as a discount code in case you want to sign up. That does it for now. See you next month with the next box. Thanks for watching. Hi everyone, this is Skul. If you liked the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I also want to give a huge thanks to my Patreon pledgers for this month, whose names you can see on screen, along with some other videos of mine I think you might enjoy watching. That does it for now. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.